Good afternoon. This afternoon, my name is Tommy Joseph from Nigeria. I'm on to a live TBC broadcast number 12. For as many of you as are going to join me on this chat from you on this podcast, I am going to talk about cash flow. This cash flow thing is one thing we cannot stop talking about, but also as much as we talk about it, we also cannot at any time forget the fact that the cash flow now is the end thing. Why? Because I think it's a well thought of idea by admin to, at this point in time, lay emphasis on the cash flow. Understand that the cash flow thing is an all-encompassing thing. If the concept is clearly understood, I begin to understand that in the cash flow, you don't only get money in your pocket, no. Also, you bring people into the community, you join in trying to put the establishment and the elites where they belong, and as well as also make you are bringing to bring in anybody out there. So this cash flow campaign is about the best campaign so far that we have. Why? Because if you take up the concept of, it means you need to go out and you need to recruit, you need to bring in people, and as the people are coming in, the community is growing. And as the community is growing, the value of what we have is also growing equally on a daily basis. And so we cannot stop bringing in people. And why? Because as they come in, also money comes into our own pocket. But there's also what I'm beginning to understand. Now, TBC have gone beyond where all we do is we bring people into the community to build the community, now to have the value of our coins grow, to gain acceptance, and to have people out there who will make wallets liquid. No, it goes beyond that. Now, as you go in out there, the people you are bringing also, now you are supposed to assume leadership. You are supposed to assume the position of leadership. You are supposed to have the position of a trainer to be able to train them in TBC, get them informed, know what to do, and go out and do exactly what needed to be done. And by so doing, we are expanding the community. We are also expanding broadcasters. We are bringing more and more broadcasters who will also in turn, as they broadcast, everybody has his own audience. Right now, as I am broadcasting, I have my own audience. And everybody also I'm going to bring in who is going to broadcast will also have his own audience. And therefore, you discover that the more people we bring in, the more the community grows, the more also broadcasters we make. And the more broadcasters we make, the more the community we cover, the greater the value of our money, and also the faster we get to our target of hitting the 1 billion mark. And that's where I think everyone now need to come in. Now, what am I trying to pass across this afternoon? All I'm trying to say is, when you go out recruit, anyway, now goes into your pocket. But also there's another responsibility you need to take over those you are bringing in. You need to educate them. You need to trade them. Why? Because you need to duplicate yourself. They need to do what you are doing. They need to be out there doing what you are doing, so that also they will make others to do what they are doing. So by so doing, you are duplicating yourself. Until you duplicate yourself in those people you are bringing in, and have them also duplicate themselves in those they are going to bring in, we will still be too far away from hitting the billion mark. We will also still be far away from ending poverty globally. So in this exercise, one may not understand when we say we are not doing a multi-level marketing, but the truth about the matter remains we are doing network marketing, and we will have to network. Networking, we cannot deny doing. No, we are networking and we will continue to network. Why? Because I'm in the community, somebody brought me. I've also brought in other people. And the people I am bringing in, day in, day out, I'm encouraging them to go out there and bring in other people. And therefore, it's a network. So the network is multi-level. But the only thing is that our compensation plan does not go the other way others go. In fact, like the language of the admin, we don't talk about compensation reward of network. One cannot stop doing. We must network. Now, I have an experience I made within these few days. And that experience is what makes me understand, oh, so this thing goes beyond just simply bringing in people. It's a pure networking thing. And it's a multi-level networking. The only thing is that it does not have a multi-level compensation as they have in multi-level marketing. But what we are doing is multi-level. Someone brought me in, and now I am bringing people in. And everybody I am bringing in, I am also making them to bring people in, and also teach them to teach those they are bringing in also to go out there and bring people in. Why? Because until that networking to level, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, there is something we are holding back, and that thing needs to go out. So we must network, and we must encourage a more networking. Why? Because that's the only way we can disseminate what we have. This was an idea in the mind of admin when they come up with the billion coin thing. Idea was shared to others, and other to others. They shared in all. Now it's moving from one level to another. Now probably at the nth level, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. Now admin is probably 1,000 levels away from those he started with. And that concept has to come into our mind. Let's not misunderstand multi-level marketing, networking. The only thing that which will emphasize is there is no multi-level compensation. There is no compensation. What we have is reward. And that reward is right now what we are building on. That reward is the tool that people will use to bring people in. That's what they hear. That's what attracts them. That's tell them the positivity, the other side of what we're talking about to bring them in. And therefore, we will have to continue on that level. We can never stop. Now, within this period, I had a little experience and I really want to share. Why? Because they said experience is the best teacher, and I learned out of it. Now, when I say this cash flow thing is an all-encompassing thing, I am seeing it from my own perspective and my own experience. And I think as many of you as are out there, you will equally agree with me that yes, this thing truly is like that. Now, just yesterday, somebody has signed up about a week or two ago. Now went out and was able to talk somebody into coming to the community. Now he doesn't have any TBC to sell, he doesn't have any kringle to sell. Now he brought the person to me. And why? Because he is the director of line. But now the person came to me to buy. So yesterday I cashed out $100. Now this young man was a very big skeptic. For over a year, he's been hearing about TBC, but he was getting the wrong thing entirely about it. And now when this young man came to me and was talking about TBC, I said, come, there's something you need to understand. I sat him down and tell him what TBC is all about and what the benefits are. Now this guy signed up, paid his $10 wallet fee the same day, made $100 purchase the same day. I cashed out his money. Hanging, he is also catching the fire. Now he has also gone out. Already he has brought in about 2 people who have also signed up into the community, who have also paid their $10 wallet fees, though under him because they are his downlines. Purchase, now I've cashed out $200 out of him. Now, cash flow thing is an all-encompassing thing. To cash out, you need to recruit. When you recruit, you make them, and then you send them out also to go and recruit and begin to make. But the advantage here is that the ones you are recruiting now does not have TBC to sell. They don't have what to offer. They don't have what to give those guys out there. Therefore, they have to bring them to you. And when they bring them up to you, now you sell, you do the cash out. Now this young man, somebody yesterday, now this guy paid, signed up. Now he also is happy. Happy in the sense that for every $200 sell he brought in, he makes $100. And now from him that he is not even keen on sharing the more. He is keen on taking TBC in return. And now when he takes TBC in return, must come with me, get it my account with the T equivalent to that value. Why? Because if you give me for the not going out and that's if you say now I'm also getting a reward in return for the $100 you are giving me at this point in time can earn me 1,000 but there's about $40,000. So you rather keep the $100. Now this guy had caught the vision. He's now beginning to earn. Now I did just whole money because he took kringles instead. Now he's catching the fire. Now in the 200 he brought in, I made 200. The 100 I am going to give him, he said no, keep the 100. And now I've cashed out 300. And how did it come about? Recruiting, making, and sending. All of us say, hear from me among men, commit it to faithful men who will in turn commit it unto others. At this time, all we need to do is hearing from admin. These things we are getting from these things we are getting, they are also be committed to others who will others. And by so doing, we will not only build a community, we will put money in our own pocket. We want people to join in the info war against the elites. And that's the basic thing we need to do at this point in time. Why? Because the biggest hurdle we have out there is what the elites are doing. Now, to this side, it may look negative, but to me, I see it as an opportunity. They learn from the Chinese people. In the Chinese language, there is no word for progress. The same word they use as progress is the same word they use for crisis. Why? Until there is a challenge, you can't move forward. The of the Ellis, the challenge of the establishment is a welcome one. Why? Because they are putting me on my toes. They are putting us on our toes. And by seeing the challenge as a good one and getting on our toes, we achieve our goals fast. Now, because we have to do our own part. 24 hours, they are working to put us down. 24 hours balance. So doing us 20 our toes. They are putting sorry, I think I just got lost. The network failed me. So yeah. Sorry for the break in transmission. My network just failed me. I think if you're out there, you can still catch up with me. Sorry for that break in transmission. It was the look. Now I'm cashing out. I begin to. We can work to buy. We can bring people to buy. Coming to us, we can in. We have more, and so by the time it's November when we redeem, we have something. Now this is what they are saying. So in doing so, Now they are catching the fire. They are doing almost exactly what we need to do and what admin expects of us to do. Now, there's something I've come to discover. This cash flow thing builds confidence. It builds the confidence you may not even know or talk about. Why? Because when the testimonies are shared, hearers get it, and it makes them to believe more. And for those of us in the community, when you cash out, also your confidence, your trust in TBC, in the community, and what is happening also increases. And when the confidence increases, and we need it, we need it, we need it. Let anyone like when you get to a point, even the skeptics don't talk about fear, talk about this. When they see the cash out and they catch about the cashing out and they jump into it and they cash out, their confidence increases, and now they became the crusaders. And all we need is crusaders. At this point in time, cash flow is a crusade that all of us need to take. We all need to take. Why? Because taking it doesn't only bring in money into our pocket, doesn't only build us our confidence in ourselves, but it also motivates, it cares, is go out and take the crusade. Now, in this TBC, I've learned a lot. Before, I'm not sure I can stand and talk the way I'm talking, but TBC built this inside me. TBC made me understand I can do it. I can do the talking. I can do the broadcast. I can do the crusade. I can engage in the info war. I can go out there and promote TBC. They made me understand, and I am doing it. Successfully, I am doing it. But does it stop there? No, it goes beyond there. Now also just put the confidence on the inside of me that I can tell somebody about it convincingly. And being out there on the field, being out there doing it, talking to people, bringing people up, training them, showing them things to do, I've also come to learn a very big thing. The best person I need to meet to talk to, the one who calls TBC a scam, the one who calls TBC all the names that the establishment, the elites, and those out there who doesn't know anything about it have called it. Nothing makes me happy like meeting those people. Why? Because they are the easiest people I find to talk to. And what do I do when I talk to them? Simple. Show them their ignorance. They come up, they say, come, it's a scam. Nobody's thing can never happen. Now, what makes it a scam? The first thing I tell them, come, you don't know anything about it. You are talking out of ignorance. If you know what TBC is, you know what TB stands for, you know what built TBC to 3 million members in the community, you know what made TBC today to have a value of over $8 million for one coin, you won't talk that. Begin to understand there's something they don't know. They give you an because you have the confidence, I have the confidence, I have the boldness to prove to them that look, you don't know it. And the best for you blindly over what you don't know, but to seek to know it. And by the time they give me the landing here, I open up. Come, TBC, like every other cryptocurrency, is a cryptocurrency, but it's different. While all others go on the scarcity base, which is what the elites and the establishment use to enslave you, TBC goes on the abundance, with the motive to liberate you, to give you freedom, to give you a right to do things your own way. Have your own money, be your own bank, spend your money without someone controlling you or dictating to you. What TBC is doing is putting you in a place where you can be at par with the so-called elites. And simply, it does not encourage scarcity, it encourages abundance, and it stands for abundance. And two, Now, because that's its policy, it also comes out with an agreement that the value will never go, the coin will never go down in value, it can only go up in value. Why? Because the simple premise it's abundance based and its value will never be determined by demand and supply, scarcity or abundance. Its value is going to be determined by the number of people that come into the community, period. So when they are there in excess or they are there in demand, the value remains the number of the people in the community multiplied by 1 grain of gold. That's why today, because we are over 3 million members in the community, our coin is over 3 million grains of gold, which when multiplied by its value in dollars, it gives you over $8 million. No other currency out there. Now, when they hear things like this, these are things they never had. Why? Because all the other currencies are market driven. It's purely demand and supply. And why the reason? These currencies are the tools the elites have hijacked. Why? Because 1% of them has the wealth that belongs to 99 of us. This again, open at once come. There's something about that they don't know about it. So you go on TBC, there are too many things out there to confound the skeptic. Because the skeptic doesn't understand the principle. He doesn't stand for what TBC is all about. Why? Because out there, he has believed of the elites and the establishment. And he wants abundance. And now he's deceived to slave out to be able to get that kind of abundance which he will never get. But now, with the simple understanding of the concept in TBC, when you tell them the difference between and every other currency, they jump at it wild because that is what they have not got. Now, I've gotten a network marketers, and they're involved in multi-level network marketing. They also know about cryptocurrencies, but all they is the scarcity-based cryptocurrency, the scarcity-based currency. And when I meet these three, when I talk to them in their skepticisms, and when they caught the fire, now they are out there. One has traveled out of Lagos for a week to return tomorrow. And the testimonies I am hearing from this young man that I just caught the fire in about 4 or 5 days are great. Now, why am I sharing all these testimonies? This simple thing, as simple as they are making headways. As simple as they are breaking the ground. Now they are coming back. When they count up all these people, there's one thing they are looking at. They are looking at the 50 I am giving them. I am here in Lagos doing the job, talking to other people, but I am cash now. This is the cash flow. This is the cash flow. I am duplicating myself. I am building people. They are going out there doing the job. Now they are becoming the foot soldiers. I am back home cashing out. And all of them want to be TV shows. Learning how to broadcast today. 2 of them will broadcast. By Sunday, 1 will broadcast. And once they broadcasted, all of them have become TV shows. One of them did a broadcast about 2 days ago, but that was his first broadcast and he made a mistake. I think he muted both the Hangout and the YouTube. And therefore the picture was okay, but there was no audio. And he did wonderful. Why? Because when he did the broadcast, I was sitting by. I was amazed as what this young man did he will ever make. I did not even know that he has known that much to stand without shaking. He has minutes. That is leadership. So at this point, this cash flow exercise is talking about, they just are talking about You are becoming a leader, building people who will go out there also and build this to duplicate ourselves. We need to reproduce ourselves. We need to many more people to go out there. One person alone cannot conquer the whole world. I alone cannot conquer Nigeria. I cannot conquer Lagos. And therefore, I have to raise men. I have to raise men that will go out there and do the same thing I am doing. I respect Randy. Now he is doing the cash flow coaching. Yesterday, I was on Randy's broadcast and he was talking. Stephen Coffey just attended the broadcast one and go and hear his testimony. The cash out. I am cashing out. I am cashing out. And I am cashing out through recruitment, through building people and sending them out there. So for as many of us as are involved in this info war, in this broadcast, in this making of TBC, and share our testimonies about involve also in raising them on their foot, giving them all it takes to go out there and do the same thing you are doing. We have to network and multi-level. I'm an upliner. I follow all my downlines. I'll be an upline to their downlines and follow their downlines. But at this point in time, I can testify to you, I am cashing out. I'm cashing out 200 this afternoon. And tomorrow I'm cashing out. On Sunday I'm cashing out. Why? Because I have a number coming in to sign up under a downline. But they are doing the purchase for me. Why? Because they are my protege. Cash flow is all encompassing. If you can catch the idea dream, you can catch all about. You won't sit down there and care about the bank. Come, I don't need the bank, need bank myself. No, I am the bank, so I don't need the bank. I don't need the bank. I and the bank can strike sometimes. Why? Because I am a bank by myself. And there, become a bank by yourself. And only TBC, the billion coin, can make you a bank by yourself. It will make you a bank by yourself. Only TBC will make you a bank by yourself. But TBC makes you a leader. TBC brings people under you. Now I have protege. I mentor people. I train people. I teach people. And they go, when they come out, they make me happy and I live longer. I'm happy I'm on TBC. I spent, but I think on this podcast. On the next podcast. Thank you.